Hey, you awesome listeners. Welcome back again to yet another episode of the Career Talk Show podcast. और इस एपिसोड में जो मेरे साथ गेस्ट है या फिर मैं कहूँगा हमारे साथ जो गेस्ट हैं, she is a gold medalist yogic consultant on a mission to help 1 billion people find their true purpose with the help of the knowledge of yogic science to build a life full of abundance and fulfillment. वैसे तो ये कहने में एक बहुत छोटा सा इंट्रो है, बट इट हैज अ डीप मीनिंग. सो ये सभी हम जानेंगे आज विद आवर गेस्ट टुडे, दैट इज प्रज्ञा पाठक. सो Pragya, first of all, thank you so much for being here and welcome on the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for this opportunity to be here.
Thank you so much, Pragya. So Pragya, सबसे पहले मैं स्टार्ट करना चाहूंगा, who is Pragya Pathak? Because जो अभी मैंने एक इंट्रो दिया छोटा सा, I think that is not enough to describe you as what all you are doing. So could you please share about something you, so that जो इस podcast को सुन रहे हैं, they can get to know about who is actually Pragya Pathak.
Yeah. You know, there was a time in my life when I was lost, purposeless after class 12. I was not aware what I have to do with my life. That confusion about the career, about the life, every single thing.
Correct.
And then this knowledge of yogic science, the meditation, the Bhagwad Gita entered my life. And with the consistent practice of that meditation, that Sudarshan Kriya that I practice every single day, so that brought that clarity inside me. I was lost. That procrastination, laziness was there. And I was watching all the motivational videos, but nothing was happening. I was like, why? I was unable to do. Why it is not there in the action? But again, as I started the practicing meditation and all the yogic sciences, I realized that I started understanding the power inside me, and that helped me. And one day I announced that I want to share this knowledge with the world. There are many students like me. There are many other people like me who are suffering in silence. And you know, these techniques can really help them. We are doing all the mental gymnast, but the answer is not there. The answer is within. So with all these practices, I announced one day that I'm not going to solve numericals anymore. That is not my calling.
Yes.
I want to study yogic sciences full-fledged, like a degree and all those things. And I want to help all those people. The reaction was quite, not pleasant for me from my parents. They were unhappy and all those things. But I was kind of a rebel. I was determined. I have to do this. I have to do this. Because I told them that this time is not going to come back again. And even if I will fail, this is my responsibility. And somehow, after so much of resistance, they agreed. I did. And then I became the gold medalist in bachelor's. And then they were happy. Like, okay, something is moving. Something is good is happening there. And from there, I realized, the clarity of my purpose. That to help even more than 1 billion people. Gifting this knowledge of meditation, of who they are. And, every single hour, every single second, I live with that purpose. I have no idea. As we know, the life is so impermanent.
Yes.
So what will happen? But what is my fulfillment? That till the time I'm alive, when I will sleep, I'm sleeping every night with that peace in my heart. I was walking ahead in the path. So that's about me.
Awesome, wonderful journey. So Pragya, आपने 12th तक का स्टोरी बताया, but 12th में you said you are not having that clarity, and which is true, जो कि आज के टाइम में बहुत लोगों के पास है नहीं. जनरली जो स्टूडेंट्स आज के टाइम में 12th क्लास में पढ़ रहे हैं, दे आर स्टिल अनक्लियर, बट वो एक पीयर प्रेशर है फैमिली की साइड से, टीचर्स की साइड से, स्कूल साइड से, दैट डू दिस, ये 3-4 पाथ्स हैं एंड गो एंड डू इट. So that's completely fine. But I want to go little back. क्या प्रज्ञा पाठक बचपन से ही ऐसी थी, right? The way you are confident right now on your social media, on the thing that you are doing, or you are making an, like, I'll not say a huge impact, but still you are making an impact of some or the other person that's watching you every single day.
True.
So क्या प्रज्ञा पाठक पहले भी ऐसी थी, और was there a journey of evolution? Because most वो रहता है कि यार प्रज्ञा के लिए आसान है, but प्रज्ञा doesn't know कि मैं मेरी लाइफ में क्या चल रहा है अभी. So
Right.
could you please share that backstory?
Yeah, of course. Now, since my childhood, there was some feeling inside me. Kuch to alag karna hai. There's a voice inside me. But still, there was so much of fear. Till class 12th, मैंने कभी कोई स्पीच नहीं दिया था. I was so introverted. सिर्फ मैंने ऐसे 2-3 लोगों के साथ आपने बात किया. I was not having that courage and confidence to speak in front of public and all those things. But there was a voice inside me. I believed that. And I was suppressing that voice somewhere. And when I was in class 10th, 10 CGP आ गया, जैसे सबको आता है. And then people feel that now you can do all the good stuff.
सबको नहीं आता है.
Okay. So that happened with me. And then my parents and everybody was like, yes, she's going to do something powerful, science, loge, maths and all those things. And I was lost because I was not aware purpose kya hota hai. And I followed my brother, my elder brother. And also I was like not good with mathematics and all those things. I chose that I will do biology, physics, chemistry and biology. I did that, but the interest was not there.
Okay.
College was there, that school I was going, the coaching I was going, I was like, this is not who I am. And again, but that strive was still on inside me. I was like, this is not fulfilling. There's something else that I want to do with my life. Because the career is life itself. Whatever that you are doing every single day, if it is not giving us joy, what is the meaning of it? Because we cannot leave for the weekends or the holidays for a few days.
Yes.
So that clarity was there, and that is just because of my Gurudev. I was so lucky to have a guru in my life. When there was no emotional support, and you understand that our parents, like, rarely they understand because they have never had that guidance through their parents also. So I was having that guru in my life. My guru is Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar ji. And because of his knowledge, his techniques that I followed, I had some sort of inner strength inside me. And I had that guidance, inner guidance through my guru. To have that stability. So it's a must to, have a mentor, a guru in your life. Every single thing that we see, even this phone or everything, has a kind of manual. This is the way you have to use it. But
Correct.
What about life? There should be someone who should guide you how to live a fulfilled life. So that was my journey.
Awesome. So, Pragya, you mentioned about having a mentor. When was the first time you saw Guru Shri Shri Ravi Shankar ji and you kind of just hooked to his vibes and you started following them?
That's a beautiful question. Since my childhood, my father used to follow him and do all the practices.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I was a kid since then, so I was not understanding all those things. But when I was in class 7th, he also helped me in doing some courses of the Art of Living programs. I did that, and I was in a bliss mode. I was like so happy, chilled, so nice, all those techniques. But I was not following the techniques. I was in the fun game mode and all the activities, but not meditation I was doing.
Correct.
I started meditating when I was in 12th class, consistently for the past 6 years.
Okay.
But the voice, the knowledge of my guru, I used to follow from the beginning itself. It was like a home, You go to school, your teachers are saying something, your parents are scolding you. You're like, what is happening with me? And even your senses are not in control.
Yes.
You are waking up till night, and then you crave for the junk food and all those things. So what is happening with me? That feeling is there. But again, that the voice, that kind of knowledge, in the beginning itself, it clicked me. But I was not a meditator since then. Like from 7th, I was not doing. When I used to but my father, just because of my father, he was kind of very disciplined. You have to follow the discipline. And at that time, I was like, why other people are so chilled and all those things? Why he is imposing so much of discipline on us? So even I was a kid, he used to take us for the Bhagwad Gita classes and all the spiritual books and scriptural books. He used to give that to us to read in place of other books. We used to read all those Bhagwad Gita stuff. And that time I was not aware. But now when I read yogic scriptures and all those things, people say that, Pragya, how it is so natural for you. Then I was like, oh, the impression is there. Now I am understanding. And for that, I'm grateful. It is all my father's guidance towards this knowledge. And he introduced to the Guru also. So I feel like really privileged to have such a family and to have a Guru in my life.
Amazing. So basically it was all happening, but now you are able to connect the dots in the right manner, that why is it happening with me?
Yeah. Yes.
Great. So Pragya, right now, if I talk about the current moment, who is your inspiration? Second question in addition to this is, what is your strong why to take this knowledge to 1 billion people that you mentioned? Why? Because see, practically speaking, जब हम ये सुनते हैं ना 1 billion 1 million, तो एक बहुत बड़ा नंबर माइंड में आता है. एंड एक इनसाइड देयर इज दिस क्वेश्चन, यार 1 बिलियन हवा में तो नहीं फेंक रहा? So that thing.
So first of all, my inspiration behind every single act that I do, every single breath that I take is my Guru, my Gurudev, Shri Ravi Shankar ji. And that purpose of 1 billion people or anything that I share, that I derive from him only. It is his mission to bring smile on everyone's face. And how can we do that? Because when I decided myself that I have to take up this career of yogic science, the only sole reason was I have to become an instrument of divine. For me, that divine is my Guru. So he is my inspiration, and that strong why is coming because of him. He's having such a big mission that he's helping so many people in so many different countries. So I believe that my Gurudev's mission is my mission. Billions of people, trillions of people is already helping. So I have to become a medium. And I believe that there is no other purpose of my life other than being an instrument of my Guru. And I have tested that and how powerful. And everyone deserves to, test that meditation, test that knowledge, to realize that even as we say, that it takes just one moment to bring the light in a dark place, even if it is darker for years together. So we all have to become that light. Each one of us have to become that light so that we can spread that light and make people aware about this impermanence of life. Why we feel sad and all those things. It's just at the surface level. Inside, we all are that light. We all are that joy, happiness. But little understanding, little guidance is needed. So that is why that drives me. I really feel heartbroken when I see people, who are lost. And more than, according to World Health Organization report, more than 2-3 people every single hour, that students, they take their life away in India. And what is the reason? The reason is forced career choices, emotional turbulences, addictions. And when I hear all those things, it is very heartbreaking for me. I have to do something for this. I have to educate the youth, the other people. And that is the one part of the why. The second part is, according to a Gallup poll survey, that 85% of people, they hate their job.
Yes.
Now, can you imagine if people are hating their job, how can you create a world where there is harmony, where there is love and peace and happiness? It is impossible to do that.
Correct.
They're unfulfilled, and then they are projecting that in their family, and then that is the chain reaction of negativity is happening. So to help them realize their inner call, their purpose, why they are here, to bring that fulfillment element, that is the core of creating a peaceful society. And that is the why that drives me. Yes.
Wonderful. And as you said, it's all inside us. So basically what I'm able to observe and see is कि हम जो how should I put it, हम जितना भी जो भी चीजें हम validation मैं कहूँगा, we are seeking it from external sources.
Right.
Because external चीजें हैं, but still everything is inside us जो हम आंसर्स, जो वैलिडेशंस सीख कर रहे हैं, दैट इज ऑल इनसाइड हिस. सो करेक्ट, गॉट इट.
Right.
So Pragya, you found the purpose of your life in 12th standard when you were just having that uncertainty, unclarity, I'll
Yeah.
say. How a person who is listening to this right now, if he is having some certain doubts in his mind, he is having that mess going on in his mind or her mind ki yaar kya ho raha hai, kya nahi ho raha. He, like, that person is not having the clarity. और clarity एक है, purpose एक है कि यार मैंने अपना ग्रेजुएशन कर लिया, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन कर लिया, जॉब चल रहा है, बट दे फॉल इन दैट 85% कैटेगरी, जैसा आपने बताया.
Yeah.
एंड दे सीक एन आउट, दे सीक अ क्वेश्चन की पर्पस जो अभी हम बात करें इसके बारे में, हाउ टू फाइंड द पर्पस. और बेसिकली पर्पस शुड बी वन पर्पस और पर्पस चेंजेस एज पर टाइम.
Beautiful question. Yeah. See, first of all, you should have a question inside you. If the question is, if you're watching this and you have that question, what is the purpose of my life? I want to know that. Congratulations, you are on the right track. Many people don't have this question. They're so caught up, so lost in this world that they're not asking, what is the purpose of life? What is my purpose in this life? So it's already you are way ahead. So that's a beautiful thing. The second thing is that right now you are able to see me, watch me, hear me also. Why is that happening? Because there is silence over there. And here at my place, there is silence. Now, inside your mind, there's so many noises of the opinions of your teacher, of your parents, of the social media, news, and other people. You are unable to, hear that inner voice inside you. And many a times you hear that voice and you are like, maybe I want to do that because that person is doing that. And it is not your calling. And you follow that and then you think, why I'm not consistent? I'm forcing it or what? That is coming from there. Now, how to come out of it? Now, when you meditate, what happens? That inner voice becomes powerful and all those noises starts vanishing, start dissolving. And then you realize, what is my true voice? What is it I really want to do with my life? So start meditating every single day without any fail. Don't give any excuses. And don't say that my work is my meditation. I'm walking and that is my meditation. It is definitely a meditation, but for the higher states. Right now, you have to sit in silence, close your eyes and focus on your breath and meditate. And again, it is for the higher states. That cannot be an excuse for not meditating. So when you meditate, you realize at the same time, just observe yourself. Have that courage to follow your heart. The path of purpose is the path of sacrifice, the path of risk, the path of uncertainty. If you are seeking certainty in life, you will not reach anywhere, my dear. Forget about the purpose. So, and at the same time, there must be few things in your life which might you think that, oh, it's a normal thing that I achieved or something like that. For example, if I would like to share about myself, that I was lost. I was not having that confidence to share my voice with the people, but I overcome that. So maybe I can teach that for other people. That will be fulfilling for me. So similarly, you also have done something in your life, little bit. You may don't understand that. You don't value that. But when you introspect, you sit back and you recognize that. You write it down, every single achievement that you had in your life. Reflect back, you will realize. At the same time, we see that I want to help poor people. When I talk to people, they say I want to help poor people. I want to help people, something like that. So that service element is there for everyone. They love serving others. Why? Because it helps them in bringing that, that sense of empowerment, responsibility. Our energy goes up. So the purpose is just not for yourself, it is for the service of the humankind. Now, the way you will serve the society is different from the way I will. Not everyone has to become a meditation teacher, right? So now find what is your unique way of service. How can you add value in others' life in your own way? Because you are different. You're not me. You're different, right? Similarly, you have to recognize yourself, and how that can come for you. There are certain problems that you deeply care for. Just for example, when I take my sessions, different sessions, there people they have not recognized that. As I shared that, everyone want to help poor people and all those things. I definitely want to help them as well, but that problem is not so much. I'm not feeling so emotional about it. I feel more emotional about that kid, that teenager, that professional. So my why, my purpose is coming from that problem. So when you understand what is that triggers you, what makes you emotional about it, it's like I cannot see all those. For example, a girl was there, and she was like, I cannot see the girls suffering in the villages. The parents are not allowing her to do stuff and move out and create that financial freedom from themselves. So that can be her why to do. And again, purpose is not that you one day you wake up, oh, I found my purpose. No, you build it every single day with discipline. If the discipline is not there, forget about your purpose. The sense is not in control. Your senses are not in control. Forget about your purpose. So with this discipline, and the purpose evolves with time. As you grow, it evolves. But at the moment, you are clear what I have to do. And you don't seek certainty. So that is about it. Yeah.
Wonderful. And one thing that I could just pick that one thing was that your purpose should only come when you're feeling an emotion towards a cause that you can serve.
Yeah.
For example, you mentioned that you get emotional when you see a teenager getting stuck or getting that sense, or not getting that sense of fulfillment.
True.
So you're wonderful. So if you're liking this podcast, then make sure you comment down and share what you're learning, how you're feeling right now, and just hit the subscribe button and also the like button. Now, coming back to the next question of me, you talked about meditation.
Yeah.
And जैसा आपने कहा कि मेरा काम ही meditation है. I was just talking to this one person like 5 years back, I guess. So he was just giving us a speech. We were a group of 40 people sitting there. So he said, मैं 24 घंटे meditation में रहता हूँ. And we were like, यार 24 घंटे कोई कैसे रह सकता है? So he basically said कि meditation का simple जो अर्थ है वो है ध्यान. अगर आप किसी भी चीज को ध्यान से कर रहे हैं तो you are in meditation.
Okay.
So basically he gave that definition of meditation. So that thing is there.
Okay.
He gave a one definition, but I want to know what's your, like, after all these studies of all these experience that you have had, what is meditation? Because meditation में लोगों को लगता है कि भाई बैठना है और thoughts आएंगे, thoughts को control करना है. Right? Controlling of thought. Is it controlling of thought is meditation? और एक चीज और मैं इसमें ऐड करूंगा, लोगों को जो बहुत ज्यादा डर लगता है ना, जैसे आपने कहा कि मेडिटेशन करना चाहिए, they fear being alone, sitting in silence and just observing the mess that is going on in their head. They fear doing that.
True.
So what is meditation? How can one follow it? And what should be the structure?
Yeah, let's take up one by one. So that first one, that person shared that I'm 24 hours I'm in meditation and dhyan dena hi meditation. These are the many misconceptions around meditation. Many a times we say mindfulness.
Correct.
What he's talking about is mindfulness. He's aware of whatever he is doing. But meditation is a state of, many people think that it is a concentration. Concentrate karna hai aapko kahin par. No, it is deconcentration. Letting your mind expand. Letting go. It's not holding on to certain, okay, I'm focused over this. No, it is not focusing anywhere. It is a state of thoughtlessness. No mind state. But to reach to that stage, you have to have some preparation. And again, people say that visualization and meditation is same. No, it's not. Visualization is like you are closing your eyes and visualizing something. Okay, after 5 years, I'm doing something, I'm there, I'm giving a speech and all those things. It's okay, it works, but it is not meditation. There, you are not putting any mental effort in it's just complete effortlessness, letting go of it. But when inside instructions, you prepare your body and the mind. Now, at the moment, you have kind of thousands of thoughts inside your mind. But
Yes.
the way I guide into meditation is put your awareness over your body parts, your state of your mind, your thoughts. What happened suddenly? The mind, which was focused on maybe thousands of thoughts, it just came down to 2, 3 thoughts. Now, can you imagine the power of that mind, which is just focused on 2, 3 thoughts, and suddenly to take you to a state of where there is less thoughts, even no thoughts for few seconds. Few seconds, you get a glimpse of like no thought, no mind, and from there you receive enormous energy inside you, tapping into your very source. You connect with yourself, and that gives the deeper rest. That is why meditation is the food for the mind, food for the soul. And we are starving our mind and soul. And then we say, oh, why I don't feel motivated? I watch videos, I don't feel motivated. I don't have energy inside me. All those things. My work is my meditation. So all these things, because now see, it is difficult. Is it easy? No. Now, as you asked that, controlling is not meditation. You cannot control your thoughts. Now, if I say you, close your eyes and don't think anything. Is that possible? No, it's
No.
not. The thoughts will come. So inside meditation, you don't have to control, but just observe your thoughts. Do not attach yourself with the thought. Just observe. Let them come and go. You just watch them. No control there. Suddenly you will find that if you become an observer, it will start vanishing. And again, this is a preparation. For that few seconds, or maybe even if you're advanced, for a few minutes of your meditative state, that real state, to reach that stage. And many people say that they practice some certain asanas and all those things, and then they don't meditate, and then they think that they are doing yoga. It is just like preparing a cake and not eating it, throwing it away.
Okay.
So it's just like that. Now, how to get started if you have like so many thoughts, you cannot sit with yourself and silence and all those things. So if that is there, place with you, start with some physical movements. And for that, the asana is important. If you are too much like, I cannot keep my eyes closed, I cannot be with myself, just do some asanas, some physical postures. If you also don't want to do that, start running, just dance, dance, just dance and through all that stuff that is inside you, that all the laziness. And just after dancing for 10-20 minutes, which you like, just sit in stillness for some time, 1-2 minutes. Observe your breath, be still for some time. If you are do running, do that and then sit still after running. Extreme movement and then stillness. You will find your mind is becoming still with the stillness of your body. That you can do. Now, to stop or to control or to observe those thoughts, first of all, work on your routine, your lifestyle. If that is not there, forget about anything else. Meditation, how will you do that? Sleeping and waking up on time. We have seen all our youth and other people. So messed up routine, isn't it? So if you are sleeping 2 p.m. at night, and then you are waking up, and then you say, why so many thoughts? You are not recharging your mind, your body. Now, if someone is telling you, you have to work 24/7 for the whole month, whole year, I'm not going to give you a rest. Like, I will not work. So gradually our body will start giving up on ourselves. And one day we realize, heart attack kaise aa gaya? Ye kya ho gaya mere saath? Isn't it?
Right.
And then we take some pills, we feel good for some time, and then we continue back to that lifestyle. Correct. So you have to take charge of yourself. If you cannot meditate, at least work on your lifestyle in the beginning. That is like a preparation. Do certain physical movement. And when your body is prepared, do some breathing techniques, breath observation, and then head on towards the meditation. Yeah?
Got it.
Yes.
So Pragya, is it a good idea to start with a guided meditation which are available on YouTube?
Then many people share that I started meditating, but I was not consistent with it. People share. Now, why is this happening? You know it is good for you. Everyone sharing, oh, meditate. But why you are not meditating? That is the question. Now you say, I'm not consistent with it. And then I ask them, so how did you started with it? They're like, I watched on YouTube certain video, I did that guided stuff, and it didn't work for me. I felt good, but still I was not able to follow it for the longer durations. Then I was like, this meditation is a subtle practice of the mind. So if the accountability is not there, if someone is not there, two-way process, who can guide you that how to go ahead with it, how to practice it in a proper way, because we all are unique individuals. Not every meditation is for everyone. Sometimes you connect with something and there should some, if you have so many doubts, 100% is going to be there. You feel something and you convey, you interpret in a different way, and then you let go of it. You feel in the see that what's happened in the beginning, when you watch from a video, mind is agitated. Maybe you feel relaxed and like, why too many thoughts are there? Like, oh, it doesn't work for me. Now again, if the teacher is there, that the teacher will make you aware that earlier that happened in the morning session today when I was taking, that lady was like, my mind is little agitated and I'm feeling that I have too many thoughts. Now, what is the difference? If she has watched that video, she stopped doing. But now, what is the difference? The difference is that earlier she was not even aware of her thoughts. Now, awareness is there. It's a growth process. Now, who can guide you? If there is a two-way process, there's no accountability, there is no guidance for this subtle practice. If you want to learn a maths problem, you go ask the teacher, oh, please teach me again and again and all those things. And it is even the subtlest aspect of your existence. That is why people are not consistent. And it is not a wholesome way of doing, getting into the meditation stuff.
Correct.
That is the reason. Yeah.
Got it. So basically what we are asking them to do is like, अगर किसी को meditation उसने कभी किया नहीं है, तो firstly they need to change their state.
100%.
हैं जैसा आपने कहा कि you can do some running can be there as an exercise, right?
100%.
So running कर लिया, yoga कर लिया, कुछ asanas कर लिया. Basically अब you should do some body movement to change the state. Because जब हम डांस कर रहे हैं तब हमारी स्टेट चेंज होगी, एकदम हाई से लो फ्रीक्वेंसी से हम हाई पे आ गए. So change your state first, sit down and just close your eyes and then focus on the breath to start with.
To start with. 100%.
Then you start observing what's going on, and then you don't try to control them. आपको control नहीं करने, thoughts आएंगे और जाएंगे.
Observe.
Just observe.
Yes.
And what's the next level of that, Pragya?
The next level is you try that for yourself and learn from a guide, learn from a teacher who can guide you how to become consistent with it. What is the right form of meditation for you? Right form of breathing practice for you. And here I would love to recommend about Sudarshan Kriya. That changed my life. I'm not a Sudarshan Kriya teacher yet. So, I will be definitely in future.
Yes.
So Sudarshan Kriya is a practice which consists of the breathing stuff plus meditation. So beautiful bond of all those things. So when you learn that technique and you practice it every single day, it is life-changing. It is like you can learn for yourself and you can practice it by yourself. There's no guidance. You learn in a course and you practice it every single day. Now, but for the beginning, to start with the general meditations, you have that the guidance is okay because you are still building a routine for yourself.
Correct.
So in the programs where you learn all those things, the guidance is there in the beginning, and then you become like, I can do it by myself. Because somewhere you have to let go of that guidance also to go deeper inside you. That also becomes a hurdle to go ahead in path.
So Pragya, you mentioned about Sudarshan Kriya. जो आपने बोला कि it is a combination of breathing plus meditation. And you are practicing it for a long time, I guess.
6 years consistent.
6 years is a long time. So if I have heard of it, but I have not practiced it personally. So how can I get started, or how can a person who is listening to this can get started? Sudarshan Kriya कोई course करना पड़ेगा तभी मैं सीख सकता हूँ, या is there some step by step process? Can you just give an overview of that?
Yeah, of course I can give. So there's a must be aware about the Art of Living organization, Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar ji. So there are multiple programs of Art of Living, and there is one meditation and breath workshop. It's a 4-day program. Inside that program, you are introduced with Sudarshan Kriya. You learn that technique in the 4-day program, and then you are free to practice it by yourself. That is what I did at the beginning.
Okay.
And then I did many advanced courses, advanced meditations. You can start with that.
Yeah. So is it a monthly program or a weekly program? So, for example, अगर मेरे को करना है या जो audience जो इस time को सुन रहे हैं उनको करना है तो how can they find that program?
They can go to this Art of Living website. They can go artofliving.org, and then they can search for the many meditation programs. So the breath and meditation workshop.
Okay.
They can check the timings and whatever suits them, they can become the part of it.
Okay. So what I'll do, if you are listening to this, अगर आपको ये workshop try करना है, if you want to learn how to practice सुदर्शन क्रिया जो कि प्रज्ञा पिछले 6 साल से कर रहे हैं, so in description box of this podcast or this episode, you can check the link and I'll make sure कि वो सही workshop का link है.
Yeah.
Right. Got it. So Pragya, now coming back to you specifically, what is your daily routine? How, like, when did you start your day? What are the things that you do? Like, you obviously you are in a university right now. So क्या आपका पूरा structure रहता है पूरे दिन का? How does it end?
Yeah, it is interesting to be in a hostel. Yeah, sharing the room with people around you, but right now they are not there, so it's quite peaceful now.
Understand.
Yeah. So the routine is like I wake up at 4:30, and after that I start with my meditation, some writing, some Bhagwad Gita stuff, and practice Sudarshan Kriya and all those things. And then I have my breakfast. I take sessions of the yogic science, breathing, meditation. It is a kind of a basic yogic hangout sessions that I take for my people.
Yeah.
And also I take few one-on-one sessions, the people who need some therapeutic, that aspect of it, or there's certain coaching sessions around the purpose of life or something like that. I take that. Also, I have my classes of university in the afternoons. So right now there is a class, but I'm not there. Because
I'm sorry if you have to miss that due to this episode.
Any which ways I was going to miss that, because again online classes are there, so who is interested in all those classes? So that is there, and after that completing till 1:30 it's there, then have my lunch and again create some content for the social media and share it all over, and evening again take sessions and then reflect back, read the books and all those things. And at the night time, I just love to write about how was my day, some gratefulness stuff and some spiritual books that I read. I design that for tomorrow. What is my task list? What are the stuff that I have to complete for myself? So that I do. I talk to my parents every single day, even maybe twice a day, thrice a day, because that is my source, that is my root, that is my biggest. I don't talk to people much. I only like I connect with my parents. I gain that energy from them, and that is my source of strength. And then by 10:30 around, I switch off from everything, and that is how it works for me.
Great. And to some people 4:30 might be like, यार हमसे ना हो पाएगा. Pragya, was it from the beginning itself आप 4:30 बजे उठते थे सुबह, और how?
Okay, so beautiful question. When I was in class 12th, when I was lost, and when I started working on myself, I switched that time to 3 to 3:30, even to 2:30 also. So for the whole 1 year, it was kind of 3 to 3:30, waking up early, reading Bhagwad Gita, all the self-help books, all the books of Gurudev, Sri Ravi Shankar ji, all the books I was doing that. Then I came back to this college, followed for one more year, I followed that routine of waking up early, 3:34 and all those things. But gradually started dropping off for me.
Okay.
It becomes 4:30, sometimes 5 also. But I'm like gradually I'm trying to come back to that 3 or 3:30 because that is my zone. That is my place. Because when we have to, because these scriptures are very deep in nature. In afternoon, you're sitting, so much of noise is there and stuff like that. That deeper understanding will not come. That can only come the Brahma Muhurat when you wake up and when you meditate and when you read all the scriptures. It's such a deep knowledge of Yoga Sutras. As you say, the Yoga Sutras, Bhagwad Gita, they are the scientists of the mind. So when you have to understand the mind, you need that absolute stillness, calmness in the environment. But before that, till before 12, definitely it was not there. Like waking up till 2, 3. But there was a strong discipline in my home. My father used to, I don't care what are you doing at night, what time, you have to wake up by 6 anyhow. I cannot see someone sleeping in my home till 6. So that was the problem there. Like maybe I used to think that was a problem at that time. So I used to wake up, maybe sleep at 3 or 4, and then he used to come and wake me up in 2, 3 hours. Like I slept late. I don't care. But now I know that how powerful and how grateful I am for that discipline in my life.
So, Pragya, how is it like? मैं जो इसके पीछे जो साइंस है वो जानना चाहूंगा आपसे. You mentioned about ब्रह्म मुहूर्त और वो हमने काफी बार सुना भी है, which I have already practiced, मतलब कि बहुत बार किया है.
Yeah.
What is the science behind ब्रह्म मुहूर्त की उस टाइम ऐसा क्या होता है हमारी बॉडी के अंदर कि we should always dedicate that time for something productive, जो हमें कुछ पढ़ना है, कुछ सीखना है, कुछ एक्शन लेना, कुछ समथिंग प्रोडक्टिव जो हमें काम करना है या फिर जो हमारे माइंड में प्रोडक्टिव है, वही टाइम क्यों सजेस्ट करते हैं लोग? व्हाट इज साइंस बिहाइंड इट ब्रह्म मुहूर्त के बारे में?
See, there were many different aspects of it. The one is our organ clock. At certain times, certain organs are highly functional, highly energetic.
Correct.
That is why we say you cannot compensate your sleep. When you sleep late and you say, no, I'm getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep. No. That organ clock is changed. At the moment, when we wake up early in the morning at the Brahma Muhurat, first of all, there's absolute silence, stillness, there's calmness, there is more kind of sattva or more oxygen level, high energy is there in the environment everywhere. When you meditate or you do any work at that time, you feel that absolute stillness that is there. And at that time, our respiratory organs, respiration level, it works really well. You can inhale more air. You can have that energy inside you. So when you utilize that time, while you wake up, you are not spending your time by sleeping that time.
Correct.
You are still sleeping. That is the time of respiratory functions organ. And it is not receiving that amount of oxygen or energy levels inside you. That is the prana, the life force, which operates everything is very high at that time. That is why you feel so much of energy. And when you are utilizing that time by doing something productive, the level of that work changes for you. But again, if we are utilizing by sleeping every day, that no wonder why we feel sluggy whole day. That is the reason behind it. And that becomes a cycle for us. That is the one point. The second is, as you see that when we wake up, like kind of even before sunrise, it shows an attitude towards life. You are excited. You are grateful for the day. You are ready to welcome the day. So you are waking up with that attitude. And the next thing is, if you are waking up late, what kind of attitude you are sending into the universe? You don't like living on this life. You don't want to wake up today. The sunrise is already there. What are you doing? So we have messed up our natural rhythm of life. The nature, the universe, which is, organizing, controlling this world. We are trying to go against it, against the nature. And that is why we, again, no wonder why we feel energy nahi hai mujhe. सुनते तो है बहुत ज्ञान, पता भी है, but implement क्यों नहीं होता? क्या करें? Implement नहीं होता है. कुछ और ज्ञान, और किताबें पढ़ ली, और कुछ चीजें कर ली. Implement क्यों नहीं होता? किसी ने नहीं सिखाया. अपने breath पर काम करना, अपने रूटीन को ठीक करना, अपने लाइफस्टाइल को ठीक करना. Small changes you do for yourself, and you can start a difference. Yeah.
Got it. So how should I put it? Is it possible for me, for example, there's this person, मैं अपनी बात नहीं कर रहा, मैं तो जल्दी उठता हूँ. Sorry. So there's this person जो कि 7 बजे 8 बजे उठते हैं. उनका डेली रूटीन ये है, 7 बजे 8 बजे समथिंग लाइक दैट. After listening to you or this podcast episode, they make this mind कि चलो मैं कल से 4 बजे उठूंगा.
Okay.
Is it possible for them to wake up and make that consistency? Or if I really want to make that change in my life, in my daily routine, how should I go about it? Because see, अगर मैं जोश में आके even if I start, मैं कल कर लूंगा, 2 दिन कर लूंगा, 1 हफ्ते कर लूंगा, बट अगेन ये प्रज्ञा की आवाज सुन के, प्रज्ञा का वो लेक्चर सुन के मैंने कर तो दिया, अब मेरे को कुछ रिजल्ट नहीं मिल रहा जैसे प्रज्ञा बता रही थी उसमें. How to go through that phase?
Yeah. So it's just not about waking up early. It takes a whole lot of preparation. How is that? Now, if you wake up at 8 a.m. every day and now you switch on to 4, is it possible practically? No. For you or even for me, it took years to build that routine,
Yes.
Isn't it? It took years. And now you are doing something unnatural with your body, with your mind. The mind which was used to wake up at 8, body is rebelling. No, what are you doing with me? So you have to sift that gradually. Like maybe if the 8 is your timing, 7:30 you can switch on to 7:30 a.m. And that is the one aspect. The second is that when you go for bed to sleeping at night, what is your why of waking up early? Just because Rohit is saying or Pragya is saying you have to wake up early. What is your why? What will you do even if you wake up? You will sleep, right?
Correct.
So your why to wake up early is so very powerful. So before sleeping, there is a night ritual that you have to follow to wake up. It's not like you are scrolling over your phone and then you go to bed and you sleep and then you are ready to wake up early. No. Your food. Many people take food like just before bed.
Correct.
If you are taking food just before bed, what is happening to your body? Your body is digesting that food throughout. So there is no rest. There's no repairing of your organs. And even if you wake up by being motivated, you feel uneasy. You don't feel relaxed. Like what is happening? You feel tired in the morning. So you got to change your night routine. What are you doing? You got to have your dinner 3 hours before the sleep.
Okay.
And you are ready. It's kind of digested somehow. And then you can go for bed. And also, like, put your digital devices away from yourself. Because what is happening, there's so much of stimulations inside your mind, inside your brain, agitating thoughts. And if these thoughts are there, you cannot sleep. The thoughts will keep on running inside your mind. So what you have to do is, before 1 hour, if you keep it away from yourself and you be with your loved ones, talk to your family without phone, ask them how are they, how was their day, some human connection, build that. And then for half an hour, just be with your diary, with your pen, with some book, whatever you want to read. And don't read some exciting book. Anything that calms down your mind, brings in that relaxation state. So if you are going to do that with the clear why I have to do this, design in the morning, I have to go for running, I have to practice my meditation, I have to, write my article, write my video content script, maybe for whatever, write my book. If that is clear, you will wake up consistently, gradual, and don't become too motivated to start from day after. Like 10 minutes, half an hour, build that over the months and it will work for you. Yeah.
Correct. And I think वो सुना भी हमने बचपन से कि रात को जो जिस थॉट के साथ हम सोएंगे वही थॉट डोमिनेटिंग रहेगा थ्रू आउट.
100%. Yeah.
So we need to make sure कि हम कुछ, जैसा आपने कहा, कि कुछ ऐसा पढ़ रहे हैं, कुछ ऐसा देखें that is calming our mind.
True. That is why I say do not go to bed when you are unhappy or sad or angry. Change that state. Many a times हम रोते रोते सो जाते हैं. अगर कुछ दुखी हो गए फिर रोते. No, what are you doing to yourself? सबकॉन्शियस में सिर्फ वही चलता रहता है फिर. So you change the state consciously. You meditate, you do some breathing stuff, or you read some good book or something, like whatever you want to do, and then go to bed. Change that state.
Yes, because most of the time जो ओवरऑल मैं ये निकाल पा रहा हूँ, दैट इज चेंजिंग का स्टेट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट.
Yeah.
मोस्टली हम एक स्टेट के अंदर स्टक हो जाते हैं एंड वी जस्ट कीप थिंकिंग एंड थिंकिंग एंड थिंकिंग अबाउट दैट स्टेट ओनली.
100%.
पास्ट में हो गया एंड वी आर स्टक, यार उसने मेरे साथ ऐसा कर दिया, उसने ऐसा क्यों बोल दिया. वो चीजें आई थिंक मोस्टली आर लाइक वो चीज ज्यादा परेशान कर रही है लोगों को, एंड दैट इज द रीजन जो कि जैसा हम बात कर रहे हैं वो कर नहीं पा रहे वो चीजें.
Yeah, true.
गॉट इट. प्रज्ञा, आपने अभी बोला कि राइटिंग अ बुक. आर यू राइटिंग अ बुक?
Yeah, when I was in like bachelor's final year, I wrote a book which is not yet published, which is just there in my laptop yet. It is about uncover your purpose.
Okay.
And inside that book, it is all the concept of Bhagwad Gita. That is the thing which I used to do. Used to wake up early 3:30, read one verse from Bhagwad Gita, and translate in my own way, which is relevant for the modern world. So that one student who is kind of, not aware, what is the purpose, what is my pathway, that professional. So I'm still working on it, and yeah, let's see how it goes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, if you are saying write a book, maybe you're writing a book. So yeah, you're writing a book, you're working on it. That's great. Pragya, you're doing so much apart from your studies, right? How does your friends from your college, from your school, how do they see you right now? Because right now there will be many people, if I'm not wrong, who might be having this thought ki I want to become like Pragya. I want to have that passion, that energy, that purpose that Pragya is having. I'm sure there will be many people out there. So how do your batchmates and your classmates in school, college, how do they see you? How do they perceive you right now? Because I'm sure they must not be doing what you are doing right now or something like that.
True.
So how do they see you, or what's their perspective on you specifically, of you doing so much in this current scenario?
Yeah. So right now, kind of, I'm not, they are my classmates and all those things, but I'm little detached with all of them because of the work that I do and stuff. It's going on every single day. But whenever I converse and when I meet them, I also share perspective. How can they become better in their life and all those things? And they share that, they derive that inspiration, that joy from me, that inspiration, that purposefulness. And that is kind of very humbling for me. And that gives me that drive. And no, I have to help more people. It is really working. It is inspiring people. Maybe it is not visible for you right now in some way or the other, but every single action is inspiring other people. Is definitely inspiring other people. So the way they see me, the way they be too kind towards me. So that is very humbling for me. And I believe in rising people up. That one example is one of my classmates. She's like, she wants to work, share her videos and all. She was fearful. And I suggested some courses, different courses, watch that and practice it and get it done for yourself. And one day she recorded one video and she shared over some app. And she was like, I will launch one YouTube channel. Like, what is that once? Do it now. And then with her help, I created her channel, uploaded that video, shared it everywhere for her. You remember you commented or did something?
I remember that.
Yeah.
I've seen latest videos.
Some Valentine yogic meaning of that. Yeah. So she was so happy. She got that push. This is what inspires me. If someone is doing something, I have to be there and push them. Many times I have seen people don't support. People, maybe there is some sort of jealousy inside me that, okay, maybe something like that. So that is what inspires me. I'm there to support. If someone like genuinely want to do something and they are going beyond their fear, if you're inside your comfort zone, thank you so much. I don't believe in that. But if I can see that light, you're pushing yourself hard, you want to do something powerful and big, I'm always there. And I've been with all those people, and I love to support them. And their attitude towards me is very humbling for me.
Wonderful, amazing, amazing. I'm sure they would love to have you around them, who is pushing, who is uplifting them every time.
Yeah.
Now, एक ऐसा सवाल है, पता नहीं कैसा है, क्या प्रज्ञा पाठक हमेशा एनर्जेटिक रहती है? Is there a time when Pragya Pathak feels down, feels demotivated, feels emotional, कि someone should be there, someone should be there to who can just have a chit chat, like normal chit chat? How do you deal with that situation जहाँ पे you are feeling low? Obviously, you have all the books, you have all the knowledge, you have all the good people around you. But does it happen with you, Pragya, also, where you are feeling very low, when you are feeling very emotional about something? How do you deal with that situation? Is there you go to some person, talk to him or her, or you seek a help from someone who is in your network, who is in your friend circle? So how do you deal with that?
Yeah. So earlier, it used to happen even more for me, that I'm kind of emotional person, so that happened with me. Feeling emotional and lack of support and all those things. Then I realized that what support I'm seeking, the people around me, every single thing. If I have to seek for that support, that emotional fulfillment in the outside world, I will be miserable always. So with the more practices of meditation, I found that joy inside me. Now I feel kind of, you were saying, no, you feel low. What I do, I watch my own videos. Whatever it might be sounding, but that's the truth. When I watch my videos, I feel, wow, man, this girl is amazing. And I was like, oh, she's telling that we have to make it happen. And then I wake up, I do stuff, I make it happen. And then, as a kind of a person, I talk to my mother whenever I feel low or something like that. When I just talk to her and I'm back in zone, it's a kind of place where you can just be. There is no expectation that I will motivate her or I'll give energy to her. You can just be.
Correct.
So, yeah.
And I think sometimes it's not about कि आप जब कोई help seek कर रहे हैं तो that person should only give you ज्ञान, भाई ऐसा हो ऐसा. At that time, you just need a person who can just listen to you.
Yeah, true.
You don't need that फालतू ज्ञान कि भाई हाँ मुझे पता है कि मैं इस स्टेट में हूँ. I just want to have that person around me जो कि मेरे को सिर्फ सुन सके.
Yeah, and without any judgment.
Without
where
any
you
judgment.
can be yourself. And that is lacking so much. That is why when people ask, how are you? Everyone says, I'm fine, like a robot. So there are two things. We are not providing that space for the people to open up, and because they fear judgment. So that is why people don't open up. So we can be that person for the people around us by giving that listening ear to them.
Yes. And see, if you're listening to this, you can ask for the help from people around you.
Yeah.
Or also you can be that person for someone around you whom you just have to listen. You just need to be with them. You don't have to give some extra gyan or something, anything of that sort.
Yeah.
बस आप उन्हें सुने. Just be with them. Don't say anything, because at times you yourself don't have the answer कि अब इसको क्या बोलूं.
Yeah.
But still that person have a connection with you कि जहाँ पे he just letting it out जो भी उसके मन में चल रहा है. And that thing itself makes that person calm. That makes person question himself कि मैं ऐसा क्यों कर रहा हूँ या कर रही हूँ, and how should I get over it?
Yeah.
The person finds the answer itself when you are just being there with them, just to listen to them, not to put some answers that time.
True.
Wonderful. Got it. Pragya, coming to the next part of this thing, what are books you are reading right now? And I'm sure Bhagwad Gita would be there in your list. What are the five lessons that you can get out of your reading so far, Bhagwad Gita,
From Bhagwad Gita, right?
from Bhagwad Gita itself? Five
Yes.
lessons.
Yeah. First of all, Bhagwad Gita is a life guide. If you'll attach religion with this and okay, then I will not study and all, you are missing out on so much. Yeah. So when I started reading that Bhagwad Gita, at the time when I was lost, that was the time when it lifted me up. The first learning which I will share is that you know the way it starts, Arjuna was in infatuation. I will not fight.
Yes.
I will not fight. And the Krishna is there, you have to fight. It is your dharma. You know, it is about a warrior. It is not about always being goody and doing nice things and stuff like that. The stuff that is visible for the outside world, that it is right thing to do. ये सही है करना. There's a box. ये लड़ाई करना तो गलत बात है ना. Fighting for your dharma. For me, what is my dharma? It is my purpose. It is my duties. So even if it is not according to my parents or the outside world, I will still do it because it is in tune with my divine, my Lord Krishna, my Guru, whomsoever you believe in. So you got to fight for your purpose. Got to fight for whatever you believe in, what is coming from inside you. That was the first realization. And again, he is giving different illogical reasonings. Oh, how that can be, right to fight and kill my own people.
Correct.
And he said that, wake up, Arjun, realize you are not the doer. I have already been doing everything. You're just a medium. So that concept. Now, if you think that I'm the doer, I have to change 1 billion's lives. I have to be here and talk. Oh my God, how can I do it? It is so fearful, no? But the moment you switch that off and you realize that you are a medium, there is a power with you which is taking care of you. Now realize for a moment, this breathing stuff is happening. All the digestion, respiration. Are you doing it?
No.
Who is doing it? How is that happening? There is some power. There is something. You are a medium, my dear. Wake up and see this. So that medium concept, that there is a power with us. We are not the doers. Letting go of that doership. That is the second powerful learning that I had. And the third is that when we do certain things and we attach ourselves, I'm doing this, I should gain this from that activity. ये कर रहे हैं, ये मिलना चाहिए. The feverishness for the results. I want this, I want that. When we have that desire to attain certain results, that brings that agitation in our mind. And now you are focused in the future. Life is not in future, life is here and now. So when you realize this, that you are chasing something which is not even there, you are losing this present moment. If you are here, you are giving your 100%, the result is bound to come. And how can you know what is right for you? The 99% of the stuff is not visible to you. क्या है दुनिया में, क्या है आपको पता तक नहीं. आपको कैसे पता चलेगा कि what is right for you? So divine is guiding you. It is all making sense towards you. So let go of the results and immerse yourself in your action. Immerse yourself completely. And again, that was my third lesson of learning. And the fourth is so powerful. He shares that many people have many misconceptions around yoga. It is asana and all those things. Lord Krishna says it is samatvam yoga uchyate. He shares that yogastha kuru karmani sangya taktva dhananjayo siddhyo asiddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. What does that mean? That whenever some good stuff is happening, we are so excited. Wow, this happened. I cracked this exam. Oh, this happened. Ye video viral ho gaya, whatever. So we just lose control of ourselves in that state. The second is that whenever something bad stuff is happening, we lose ourselves. अरे ये मेरे साथ क्या हो गया? एकदम ही हम down हो जाते हैं. ये क्यों हो गया मेरे साथ? So you are oscillating in that like a pendulum. इधर से उधर आप जा रहे. Stable तो आप हो ही नहीं कभी भी. किसी ने तारीफ कर दी, आप खुश हो गए, सेम इंसान ने फिर आपको नीचे भी गिरा दिया, अब आप भागते रहो इसी में. So when you have that control inside, you have that regulation inside you, that you are not being affected by the outside world, that samata is there, because you know something good is happening, it will change. Something bad, it will also change. Both of them will change. What I'm happy or sad about the dream, no, it will change. So when you know this, that is the state of a yogi. That is the state of yoga, that samatvam, the stability of mind, free from feverishness, desires, good or bad. He knows everything changes. And again, Lord Krishna is saying that every single thing, this much of gyan, agar aapko nahi samajh mein aata hai, so what you have to do? Like, too much of theories, too much of stuff is happening, kuch nahi samajh mein aa raha. What should I do then, Lord Krishna? So he shares that, forget about everything. Put your mind over me, intellect over me, and work for me. Like, work with the awareness of divine. When you perform every action, know that this work I'm doing for my divine Lord. I'm doing it for my divine. Every activity becomes a performance of, a sacrifice. It becomes a prayer. It becomes a beautiful ritual, divine ritual. That becomes powerful. At least you can do this. Maybe, of course, yes. While performing every action, I'm doing it for my divine Lord. Start seeing that, that divinity in every single one, because I reside in every heart. These were the powerful learning lessons, and it is like the more you read, it will continue to grow for you. You will gain something powerful out of it. Whatever is your goal of this world, material goals, or of anywhere, it's a must for all of you. And again, Stephen Covey, we all know, the writer of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. What he shared that I took all the 7 habits from Bhagwad Gita.
Okay.
And it became kind of millions of copies were sold from India itself, 600 million or something like that. He shared inside some University of India when he visited, he shared that people are not reading Bhagwad Gita, they're reading my books. India. That is how it's a huge market and I'm gaining business out of it. So what is stopping you? If you are watching this, what is stopping you from reading your own scripture? Why don't you write a book, the authentic concept, giving all the verses and stuff like that? And if you'll say, I don't understand Sanskrit verses and all, how should I start? If you have that misconception inside you, start with some translations. Start with one beautiful book is by Bhagwad Gita by Gurudev, Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji. Even by Vivekananda, there are many different books. So you can pick up one and read only just what is there, the translations at least you can read. And it is for even beginners. Beginners will get something out of it. And the more you evolve in the process, you will gain even more. So nothing should be an excuse of not reading it. Yeah.
Correct. So thank you so much, Pragya, for sharing this. Let me just get together, like जो भी 5 मिनट बोले आपने. First point आपने बोला, fight for the purpose.
Yeah.
Correct. Second, that you are just a medium. You are not the actual doer.
Yeah.
Third thing that you said was that to let go of the things and not getting attached to something that's there.
Fruit of the actions, yes.
Fruit of the actions. Fourth point आपने बोला, change is the only constant. आप खुश हैं तो दुखी भी हैं, दुख हैं तो, like, it will change.
Stability of the mind. You know this and you become stable.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the last point that you said was work with the awareness of divine, having that faith.
Yes.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So if you're listening to this right now, do share your learnings, because I'm sure you must be learning a lot of things from this podcast episode itself. And I can literally feel it right now. It is so powerful. If you just listen to this right now and just immerse, like gain it inside. I'm not having that proper word for that. Now, Pragya, what is your mission right now and what is your vision towards that?
Yeah. My mission is again, the similar mission that I shared, that I have to help more than 1 billion people in realizing their purpose
Yes.
to get a life of abundance and fulfillment with the power of meditation, with the power of Bhagwad Gita. And my vision is, what is our vision? It is to see a world where every student or the youth or the professional is leading a purposeful life. That person is not fearful. They are sleeping at night with that fulfillment in their heart, that even if the tomorrow is not there, I'm okay. I'm done with today. And realizing that this life is a game. There's nothing too much to be worried about. It's so impermanent. So when people will start living with this awareness of this impermanence, which sometimes make people fearful also, but it should invoke that courage, that valor, that enthusiasm inside you. That is the beauty of life. So when people will start living in this awareness, that is my vision. I want to contribute towards building that world with my guru. That is my vision.
Wonderful, wonderful, amazing.
Yeah.
Pragya, my last question, and we'll just end this podcast right there. What is your message to the person who is listening to this podcast till here, or is watching us right now on YouTube or on any platform? What is your message, one message to that person?
Yeah. So if you are watching till now, that means, you have something powerful. You're seeking that, understanding about the life, about the purpose. You are a sincere seeker. For that, many, many congratulations. You have that power. Do not doubt yourself. You have that light inside you. Now you must having some kind of fears inside you, which is stopping you to go ahead in life. Just to wake up and realize, tomorrow is not there. This life is so impermanent. If tomorrow is the last day of your life, are you going to go away with that regret in your heart? No, right? You don't want that. What is stopping you from taking that decision which will change your life? Yes, it will be difficult for you in the beginning, but trust me, I have been there. I know how it feels. But there is a power with you. You are not alone. Surrender yourself to that power and keep moving ahead with the courage. In the beginning, it might be difficult, but that is your path. That is your path towards coming fully alive, connecting deeply with yourself. So keep moving. You are not alone. You are being taken care of by the divine, and the divine loves you. Yeah.
Very well. Thank you so much, Pragya, for sharing this.
Thank you so much.
Now, if you are someone who wants to learn what all Pragya is doing, Pragya hosts amazing yogic hangout sessions out there. I'm not sure if it's coming this week or sometime, but you can definitely reach out to Pragya and get to know more about what all she has to offer to you, and that too absolutely for free. आप अगर प्रज्ञा का YouTube और you connect with Pragya on any platform, आपको फ्री में इतना वैल्यू मिल जाएगा. You don't have to think यार should I just learn from Pragya or not. And as she mentioned कि you always need a mentor. आपके पास एक mentor होना चाहिए, आपके पास एक guide होना चाहिए जो कि आपको guide कर सके in the right manner at the right time, जहाँ पे आप गलत कर रहे हैं.
Right.
That will play a huge role in your life if you're just listening to this right now. So what I'll do, Pragya, I'll share the link of your form that you capture in the description box. So make sure आप उस link पे click करें, details fill out करें and reach out to Pragya if you need. And just remember, you are the person who can bring a change in your life, and you can bring a change in the lives of people around you. You just need to have that intention and the belief that yes, you can do it. Thank you so much, Pragya, for being.
Thank you so much, Rohit, for asking those profound, beautiful questions and having me over. I'm really grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Pragya. Thank you so much.